They told you not to invest in Nigerian companies, but yet people that invested in Nigerian stocks are bagging money, are bagging 60% ROI in just 6 months. People are bagging 70% ROI in less than a year. And someone is telling you don't invest in Nigerian companies and you believe them. Okay. Investing in Nigerian companies versus investing in foreign companies, which one is better? Calm down, let me explain. See, back in 2024, we are left to think that since the currency is depreciating, it's best to invest in foreign stocks and not invest in Nigerian stocks. We're going to decide at the end of this video. I'm going to show you my portfolio, how much I have made investing in Nigerian stocks in percentage, how much I have also made investing in US stocks, and we are going to see and compare together which one is actually better. Let's dissect it. First off, we're going to be assuming a particular amount. Let's say an average of 50,000 naira. I don't want to use 500,000 naira or 100,000 so that some people will not run away. So let's use 50,000 naira. And 50,000 naira is how much? It's $32 if you're using the exchange rate of 1,560 naira. Now, to make this very realistic, I'm going to be looking at on average what I have in my portfolio, right, in the Nigerian markets and in the US stock markets. The US stock I've invested in, how much I have made in percentage, and in the Nigerian stock I've invested in, how much I have gotten as my return on investment in percentage. Now, from what you can see, my Nigerian stocks have done at least 20 to 40%, at least 20-40% in the last 1 year I got them, and my US stock have been ranging from 7 to 15%. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that if I invested 50,000 naira in a US stock, which is $32, for 7%, 7% will be giving me $2.2 for $32, right? And 15% of that same $32 will be getting $4.8. Now, what that simply means is that if you invest in a US company that grows an average of 7 to 15%, it simply means that you'll be getting 3,494 naira. Using the same exchange rate of 1,560 naira, it simply means you'll be getting 3,494 naira to 7,488 naira, because 15% will be giving us $4.8. Right, which is 7,488 naira. Now, for my Nigerian stocks, my portfolio has given me 20 to 40% on average. So we're going to be using that 20 to 40%. That 50,000 naira will be giving me 10k. 20% of 50,000 naira is 10,000 naira. So I'll be having 10,000 naira. 40%, if I'm getting 40%, which you can see that in some of my portfolio, I got 50%, I got 74%. You can see that, right? So that is 40%, that's 20,000 naira. So my 50k has returned 20,000 naira in less than a year for investing in Nigerian stocks, while the same $32, which is 50k, that I invested in US stocks is giving me 7,488 naira if I convert them to naira. So you can see that without anybody telling you that the Nigerian stock market is growing, and so you shouldn't be saying, oh, I don't believe in Nigeria, to not make money from Nigerian companies. The Nigerian stock market is growing. I would say that the only problem we have is that most of the companies are now going offline. They're now becoming private. Most public companies are now becoming private companies, so they are being delisted. We're seeing that in MRS and one other company. I'm going to put it out here. And then, two, the policy is always changing. We just brought out a new tax reform policy. You're going to change the way most business pay tax. You can see that, right? So that's another thing that's going to affect a lot of Nigerian business. And then three, information is not out there. It's not like that. You have to dig deeper to get Nigerian stocks information, companies that you are investing in. But in for US companies, it's easy for you to get up-to-date information. And then you are investing with dollar. So when your dollar goes up by 10%, you know what that means. And if dollar suddenly crashes against naira, you know what that means. So if you are interested in learning how to navigate the US and the Nigerian stock market, if you're interested in learning how to pick profitable stocks, then I strongly recommend my 30-day 6-figure portfolio bootcamp for you, because it's actually on promo, right? You get 60% off. Join for 59,999 naira. And we're just looking at 10 serious investors that want us to hold them by the hand and help them kickstart their investment portfolio from scratch. Once the slot is filled, our prices automatically go back to 150,000 naira to learn about stocks and bond. Remember, you're learning about the US market, the Nigerian market, and the bond market. How cool is that? Rush now, send a DM or click on the link anywhere in this video or in my bio. And make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where you get all the juicy updates on that platform. See you guys. Crystal cares. Bye.